Arriving to Osaka after visiting Tokyo and Kyoto, we actually didn't have clear expectations. We knew we were gonna eat good, and oh boy, did we eat good. Osaka is known as the foodie mecca. It's full of food everywhere. Good food, amazing food. Like, honestly, you can be strolling down any street or market, try literally anything you see available, and it's gonna be amazing, especially the mom and pop shops.
Osaka! Konnichiwa!
You don't have to search for any special recommendations or anything like that. Literally any place that we found just around the corner from where we were was always amazing, and that's one thing that I really loved about Osaka. I also really got blown away just by the whole atmosphere of the Dotonbori, the downtown of Osaka. It's so lively and colorful, and there's all these billboards and lights, and it's just so different from what I'm used to from like visiting big capitals. Yeah, this moment was definitely very special. Even though my brother seemed like completely underwhelmed and chill, his words were, yeah, what did you expect? Well, either way, expected or not, it was still a sensory overload and there was so much going on. But by this time, I guess the jet lag and the burnout kind of settled down a little bit, so I started to really enjoy myself. So for me, seeing Dotonbori at night with all the people, with all the food, with all the queues waiting for the food, with all the street performers, so much going on, I really love that. I just thought that was very special, and for me that was one of the best moments on this whole trip. On our first full day in Osaka, we first decided to just have a little stroll and see what's up. Like, how does Osaka even look like? So we were just kind of randomly walking down streets. Well, not very random, because we were heading towards Osaka Castle, which was about 30-minute walk from where we were staying. And it was quite empty. I think it was Sunday afternoon. The weather was definitely not on our side when we were staying in Osaka, but we still tried to enjoy the scenery. That's until we actually came to Osaka Castle, when the weather really got bad. It suddenly got really cold and rainy, and that's not it. As you can see from the video, the wind really picked up, and you would have this gusts of wind so strong that stuff was flying everywhere. I didn't capture it on camera because I was just holding for dear life. But actually it got super windy and cold, so it wasn't really enjoyable to walk around. And yeah, the castle is beautiful, but it definitely did not meet our expectations, because we were supposed to be there for cherry blossom season, and guess what? The cherries did not happen. We were too early because the weather was too crap. I mean, in all honesty, the castle is beautiful. It really makes you wonder how people lived here all these centuries ago. But no, we did not go inside and check because we just kind of don't do those things. So yeah. So naturally, our stop was getting some soup. We again found a mom and pop shop and had some really delicious udon, if I remember correctly. Funny thing happened when they were preparing this tasty soup for us. The lady actually fell asleep standing, which is quite normal for here, but yeah, it was still interesting to see. The food was delicious. Oh my god, like, if I could just have another bowl of Japanese soup. Oh, what I would do for this now. It was so good, honestly, guys. Like, I don't know the superlatives I should use for this, but such a simple thing made with love and probably a lot of craft. Yeah, it's amazing. After we warmed up and filled our bellies, we took a train and went to explore a little bit more. We went to the Shinsekai. I hope I pronounced that correctly. But it's called New World, if I'm not mistaken, or it means New World. And it's this really, really cool retro looking neighborhood. You've seen it from many pictures. So we just kind of strolled around, took a lot of pictures, which my brother was not too happy about, and just kind of got a feel of the neighborhood. I just really loved observing all the people and their customs and what they do for fun. And yeah, you see a lot of crazy stuff, a lot of unusual stuff. The area looks super interesting, again, with all the big signage and billboards and colors, and it's just so different. And I love seeing like how it all comes up together and creates this unique look that is Japan, as is so familiar and so famous for. Also, the weather started getting better. Yay! Our next stop was the Shitenoji Temple flea market. This flea market is happening every 21st of each month. It's a huge market. You can find literally anything here, from plants to antiques, retro things, martial arts thingies. I'm describing this like the thingies that you can find are... You can find kimonos, you can find all kinds of stuff. I think it's a really cool place.
It's snowing.
To buy souvenirs to take home, because everything is really cheap. Like, honestly, guys, I really regret that I didn't buy many of the things that I saw there, because at least they come with a little bit of history. At least not all of them are made in China, and they have a story, and they were pre-owned, most of them. So it just feels more authentic and more real and more like a souvenir that, you know, you put some thought in when you bought it, or like it's just a special piece. Like, a lot of the things there just felt really unique and special, so much better than just buying stuff in normal supermarkets, shops, or souvenir shops. So I do regret not buying more things there. But to be honest, I didn't really have much space in my luggage. But still, guys, really, if you want to go souvenir shopping and you're in Osaka on the 21st of any month, just go here. It's a really good place. You have food, you have drinks, everything is there. For instance, I bought a scarf for 250 yen, which is less than 2 euros, just a few moments before it actually started snowing. Yes, guys, we were there in the middle of March, end of March, and it was snowing in Osaka. From the temple, we started walking towards the Nipponbashi area, and by coincidence, we found this really cool area with... It's just a couple of streets with cafes, and most of them were closed, except I think one. I think this one was the only one. It was such a cool place. From there, we returned back to the main market area and tried more food. Osaka is so famous for food, especially seafood, that you just need to try everything. So we tried some meat, we tried some seafood, we tried some sweet potato, some beers. It was perfect. Like, you don't even have to go to a restaurant to have lunch. You just go to the main market area, get some snacks, try different things, and just enjoy the variety of Japanese cuisine. By the way, this meat skewer, I think it was Wagyu that my brother got. Oh my god! I don't know what they put in it, but it's so good. And oh my god, the sauce. Also, like the sauces that they make for stuff. I don't know, they're just like sauce people. They make amazing sauces.
How do you do this? Can you explain? Why do you not want to help?
I'm documenting my sister trying to buy beer from a vending machine and she's failing already.
As a big lover of sweet potato, I was blown away by the fact that they just sell cooked sweet potato everywhere as a snack. So I had to try it. So I got one sweet potato for 200 yen. That's literally like a little bit more than €1. It was so good, and it fills you up so much because it's potato.
Why is she?
Because we were in the main shopping area, it was a perfect opportunity to just kind of like wander around and check out all the different shops because everything looks different. Everything's different in Japan, okay? So we tried shopping for whiskey, we did some shopping for sweets like mochi. I went into a typical drugstore and got completely lost with all the products that they offer. My brother was not enjoying. I also checked some fashion stores. Particularly shoes, I think, are very interesting to see. They have some funky shoes and they have millions of vintage shops, amazing vintage shopping. Also bookstores. I really loved seeing everything in the bookstores. Fruit, it's gigantic in Japan, expensive, but really incredibly delicious and tasty, especially strawberries. Do try strawberries when in Japan. Back at Dotonbori, you just get left and right amazing food, amazing vendors. Of course, takonomiyaki is very famous here. We didn't try it, we ate it in Kyoto because honestly here all of the places have queues that are super long and we're not queue people. We just we go where there's no queues. But it's definitely interesting to see people waiting sometimes an hour or even 2 hours just to get into their favorite restaurant or like a really Instagrammable place or really famous place. I basically ended up our trip in Osaka with my ultimate favorite thing to do when I travel, which is just wander around, no plans, no intentions, no specific destination, and just see what's up. Just discover new streets, get lost a little bit, and see what gems you find. It does taste like raisins.
Does this taste like?
It was short, it was tasty, it was very cold, but it was still really, really magical. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.